working towards utilizing space research for all walks of our life, including entertainment like space tourism. All thanks to the timely intervention of world leaders for channeling this research on outer space and its uses for the betterment of mankind through a treaty signed on October 10, 1967. Good afternoon, everyone. I, Sri Devi, on behalf of the organizing committee, welcome all the dignified invitees, URSC Council members, my colleagues from ISRO, our special guests for the event, the participants, including students and teachers from within and outside Bangalore, and our online viewers. It is you who have made this event spanning a week a huge success. As we begin, let us rise and stand in salutation for our national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
I request Chairman, Organizing Committee, World Space Week 2023, Shri H.N. Suresh Kumar, to accompany our esteemed dignitaries, Srimati Anjali alias Shankar, Controller URSC, and Chief Guest Shri Y. Dilip, Director, Aeronautical Development Establishment, to the dais. Our Director URSC, Our Director URSC, Shri M. Shankaran, is on his way and will join us shortly. With India opening its corridors to space privatization by formally putting down policies through Indian space policy, we are definitely at an era which is going to see a massive growth of startups targeting space industry. The growing significance of the commercial space industry in space has created increasing opportunities for space entrepreneurship, and the new benefits of space developed by these space entrepreneurs are accelerating our progress and evolution as mankind. The aim of World Space Week 2023 this year is in line with its theme, Space and Entrepreneurship. Attempts to inspire students worldwide to study STEM and business and offer these space companies the opportunity to recruit the workforce needed for expanding commercial space industry. As we come to the final day of World Space Week 2023, let's hope and pray for a brighter future where we see our country progressing with the benefits of a leading and sustainable space industry. And begin the valedictory function today with an invocation to the Almighty by Sri Harishankar A.V. I invite him to the stage for the rendition.
Krishna, 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 Begane Baro, Krishna ni begane Baro, Krishna ni begane ಬಾರೋ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ನೀ ಬೇಗನೆ ಬಾರೋ 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 ಕೃಷ್ಣ ನೀ ಬೇಗನೆ ಬಾರೋ ಬೇಗನೆ ಬಾರೋ ಮುಖವನ್ನಿ ತೋರೋ ಬೇಗನೆ ಬಾರೋ ಮುಖವನ್ನಿ ತೋರೋ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ನೀ ಬೇಗನೆ ಬಾರೋ 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 ಕಾಶಿ ಪೀತಾಂಬರ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೋಲಲು ಮೈಯೋಳು ಪೂಸಿದ ಶ್ರೀಗಂಧ ಗಮ ಗಮ ತಾಯಿಗೆ ಬಾಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಜ್ಜಗವನ್ನಿ ತೋರಿತ ಜಗದೋ ಧಾರಕ ನಮ್ಮ ಉಡುಪಿಯ ಶ್ರೀಕೃಷ್ಣ ಜಗದೋ ಧಾರಕ ನಮ್ಮ ಉಡುಪಿಯ ಶ್ರೀ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ನೀ ಬೇಗನೆ ಬಾರೋ.
Thank you, Harishankar. May your beautiful rendition bring us divine blessings. With that, let's start our event with our viewers, including students, joining us through live stream in YouTube also. To believe in the power of dreams, you should also believe in the power of small acts. This event, which spanned over a week, was made possible by a committed and driven task force who had put in a great deal of effort to plan and execute it, headed by a focused leader who believed in the team. I take great pleasure in handing the podium over to Sri H.N. Suresha Kumar, Chairman Organizing Committee World Space Week 2023 and Deputy Director Mechanical Systems Area, to welcome our distinguished guests as well as the young audience who have joined us today. Sir, please.
Respected dignitaries on dais, Sri Y. Philip, Director, Aeronautical Development Establishment, Chief Guest for today's function, Madam Anjali Ellis Shankar, Controller, URSC, Dr. Sri Shankaran, Director in absentia, URSC Council members, my colleagues and beloved student friends. A very pleasant good afternoon, you all. As we know, World Space Week is an international celebration of science and technology and its contribution to the betterment of human life. In line with the objectives of these celebrations, we at URSC conducted multiple public outreach programs in the past 1 week, that is initiated on 4th October and getting concluded today. With a sense of fulfillment of having achieved these set objectives, we have assembled here for the Valedictory program. It gives me immense pleasure to introduce and welcome our chief guest for today's function, Sri Y. Dilip, Director, Aeronautical Development Establishment. In his 30 plus years of illustrious career at ADE, he has immensely contributed to different projects and programs and has provided technical guidance and support. As a program director, he has contributed significantly towards micro air vehicle development in the country in association with academic institutes. Sir, we are truly privileged and honored to have you here as our chief guest. On behalf of everyone present here, I extend a hearty welcome to you, sir. I request Sri Shiv Prakash to welcome Sri Dilip with a sapling. Conduct of this World Space Week program in its best possible way has been made possible mainly due to the excellent guidance and support that we received from our beloved director, Sri M. Shankaran sir. Last few weeks have been really busy days for him, and in spite of all these, he could give us the requisite time and guide us towards the smooth conduct of this complete event. He is preoccupied. He had gone out of office in the morning. He is traveling back, stuck in traffic. So that way he has conveyed that he will be joining us very soon. So in absentia, I extend a hearty welcome to him. As always, our controller, Madam Anjali Ellis Shankar, has provided excellent support to all our activities. Being very positive to variety of our requests, she has been guiding the smooth conduct of all our planned activities. We requested her presence in this function and for awarding the prize winners in the student competition held today, for which she has happily agreed. Hearty welcome to you, madam. I request Srimati Maluti to present controller madam with a sapling. As I was passing through the welcome address, our director sir has joined. I request Sri Venkatesh Prasad to welcome director sir with a sapling. Our guests today include around 200 school children who have come from different schools of Bangalore, accompanied by their respective teachers. A heartfelt welcome to you all for today's program. I take this opportunity to welcome all our URSC council members, senior colleagues and friends attending this program in the auditorium here, and also those who have joined us in virtual mode through webcast. Before I conclude, I would like to give a very briefly, I would like to summarize the World Space Week 2023 activities over past 1 week before we arrived at today's valedictory function. This occasion has been viewed by us as an excellent opportunity for us for our outreach program and to connect with the general public and student community. Towards this, through the interactive sessions at 8 locations across Karnataka, we were able to reach out to more than 10,000 students. Technical talks, video shows, competitions, and award for prize winners, display of satellite rocket models and standees formed part of all these programs at each of the location. Different study materials and paper fold model of Aditya L1 were also distributed to the students. Through the Quiz on Air program broadcast over FM Rainbow, Kannada Kamana Billu, 101.3 MHz, between 3 to 4 p.m. every day during 4th to 10th October, we introduced the concepts of space and entrepreneurship with the listeners on the radio and shared details of our ongoing project activities. The Space on Wheels, our exhibition bus, visited 3 places and more than 5,000 students could derive benefits through the display facilities there. The school children were introduced to the wonderful hobby of satellite tracking and communication through the live display of the same in this auditorium, and it was facilitated by the in-house Upagraha Amateur Radio Club. Two programs, one on 4th October and second one today morning, were conducted, and we could reach out to nearly 500 students totally and accompanying teachers in the process. In the backdrop of successful Chandrayaan-3 mission and initial phase operations of Aditya L1, the response to all these activities at all locations were overwhelming and greatly satisfying for us. With these initial remarks, I conclude. Thank you one and all. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for the warm welcome you have extended. I welcome you wholeheartedly to this event on behalf of the Organizing Committee of World Space Week 2023. I invite Shri Prashant A.R. to kindly welcome Chairman World Space Week Organizing Committee to today's event with a sapling. World Space Week 2023, themed with space and entrepreneurship, was an extremely eventful week packed with lots of energy, fun, and learning. Thanks to the activities organized by the committee and the great enthusiasm showed by the wonderful participants. Before proceeding on to the next agenda, let's take a sneak peek through the events that unfolded over the week. May I now invite Sri Viresha DR, Member Secretary, World Space Week Organizing Committee 2023, to take us through a glimpse of the activities carried out over this week-long celebration.
Good afternoon, respected dignitaries on stage and dear students and my colleagues. This year, the World Space Week we conducted starting from 4th October to till today, it is going on. The worldwide it is celebrated, and this year theme is space and entrepreneurship. UR Rao Satellite Center, it is also celebrating this World Space Week by organizing outreach program with the audience as student community. This outreach program is achieved by interacting with students through the eminent speakers of this center, setting up space exhibition at various locations, a quiz, knowledge sharing program through All India Radio, travel by Space on Wheel exhibition bus at various locations. The inaugural and valedictory functions are conducted at the center by inviting students from various schools. To organize these activities, the various committees were formed, and these committees conducted all these activities which I listed. So there were 4 outreach teams were there. So these 4 outreach teams went to the 8 locations. Each team went to 2 locations. So one at Srirangapatna in Mysore district, which reached about 550 students. The KR Nagara, again in Mysore district, 450 students it has reached. Then second team went to Putturu, Dakshin Kannada district, where 540 students were reached. The Beluru, the Hassan district, 385 students were reached. The Ranebennuru, it was a big crowd of the students were attracted. So near about 3,000 students came to Ranebennuru, which was approached by Team 3, and Davanagere also, around 2,800 students. Bhalki in the Bidar district, around 600 students, and Bidar, 560 students. So here, Team 1 and Team 2, they contacted or they interacted with the middle and high school level students, whereas the Team 3 and Team 4, they interacted with engineering college students as well as the high school students. Apart from these 4 teams, there was Space on Wheel exhibition vehicle, a mobile exhibition, which is set up by the center. So this has traveled in Mysore and Chamarajanagar district, and it has outreached about 800 students and general public at 3 locations, that is Melukote, Nanjanagudu and Chamarajanagar. A joint program by URSC and AIR, so these aired FM Rainbow 101.3 radio station. So a program was aired in this, where it is a 1-hour program. So in this, the eminent speakers of UR Rao Satellite Center have given a brief about the activities every day, followed by a space quiz conducted at the AIR program. So the AIR program listenership is about 23 million viewer listenership is there. So in this, the program was hosted every day 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. So in this 1-hour program, so near about 600 to 800 responses were received every day during this entire week. The amateur radio ham operators, Upagraha Amateur Radio Club, URSC, gave demonstration to the audience about the live satellite tracking and data processing at URSC during inaugural and valedictory function, which you all today experienced. The application of ham was also presented to the school kids, presented here in this campus, and the same team has volunteered to organize the similar program at JN Planetarium, Jawaharlal Nehru Planetarium, Bengaluru at 7th and 8th October. The total footfall of this program has crossed around 1,000 for those 2 days. Today, near about 240 students along with their teachers are here to witness this valedictory program. Apart from that, this program is live telecasted on YouTube also. We have captured the glimpses of this outreach program as a video, and then I request our team to play the video. Thank you.
ಅಕ್ಟೋಬರ್ 10. ಈ ಮಧ್ಯದ ವೀಕನ್ನು ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ವೀಕ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ನಾವು ಆಚರಿಸ್ತೀವಿ.
ನೆನೆಸ್ಕೊಂಡೆ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ನೀವೇ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಷಣ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿ, ಗುರುಗಳ ಪಾತ್ರ ನಮ್ಮ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿತ್ವವನ್ನು ರೂಪಿಸುವಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರಮುಖವಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ. ನಾವೇನಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್.
Thank you, Viresha sir, for your concise report on the events conducted. It was indeed an amazing week filled with information and activities for our space enthusiasts. A special thanks to the AVF team, URSC, for compiling these memorable moments into a wonderful video. A successful leader is one who can inspire young minds, who can channel the thought process of his peers and colleagues, bridge the gap between different generations, and get them to work together as one mind and body for a cause. Beside being an extremely passionate scientist, Sri M. Shankaran, Director UR Rao Satellite Center's efforts to push the theme, think out of the box, and find innovative solutions has taken the Satellite Center of ISRO to a great fame. It is my honor to invite him on this day for the presidential address. I request you, sir, to take the podium.
Thank you, Sri Devi, and good afternoon to every one of the students who are here. And welcome to our esteemed chief guest, Sri Y. Dilip, Director of the Aeronautical Development Establishment, and my dear friends who are on the dais and off the dais. First of all, let me apologize for my coming late, which I might don't like it, but Bangalore traffic, we cannot do anything. So apologies for coming late, half an hour. Today is the valedictory session for the World Space Week, and as has been already explained by Suresh Kumar, that the entire activity related to Space Week by URSC, not necessarily only URSC, generally by ISRO, is always directed towards school and college students. This year, our programs also are no different, and as has been already pointed out, we could reach a good number of students this year, about 10,000 students, which is credit to the team led by Sri Suresh Kumar and all the volunteers who have, because all of them get nothing out of this, but they still take the pain of traveling to different places, go and interact with their students and convey the message of the World Space Week to all of them. So Suresh and the team, thank you very much for this effort this year. Now to the children who are here today, thank you very much for every one of you for taking time to come over here and spend time with us. It is indeed a pleasure for us. Like there is a saying in Sanskrit, which anyway I will not be able to tell in Sanskrit, but I will tell what is the meaning. It is that like a student waits for a teacher, every teacher also waits for a able student, a worthy student. And the teacher is supposed to be always giving his salutations to the worthy student. So today we will assume the role of the teacher and all of you students. So my salutations to every one of you for coming here to learn something about Space Week. Thank you for coming over here. So this year's World Space Week theme, as has been drilled so many times today over the week also, is space and entrepreneurship. So entrepreneurship, why it is important? Why entrepreneurship is required? In every area, entrepreneurship is essential. Can somebody tell why it is required? Okay, how many of you want to go and work somewhere, and how many of you want to give work to some other people? So those who are raising arms are the people who want to give work to others. Do I understand that? Yeah, okay, decent, some 15-20% of the people, maybe hesitatingly others are also raising their hand. So that is the entrepreneurship. See, the ones who raise the hand first are the entrepreneurs who have the first mover advantage, and those who raise their hands little later are also still entrepreneurs, but they will be slightly in a disadvantageous position compared to the ones who raise their hands first. Okay, so that is the first lesson I wanted to give you on the entrepreneurship. That if there is a new area of work, if there is a new avenue for doing something, the ones who start first, the early starters have advantage. So the space technology in this country, in India, the space entrepreneurship is practically starting now only. The last couple of years only, some of the entrepreneurs are starting their work in space domain. So this is an emerging area of work for the people of this country. So by the time you people are all coming out of school and subsequently college, I hope that this ecosystem in this country for space entrepreneurship will be ready with so many opportunities for all of you to prove yourself, your own worth as an entrepreneur in the domain of space technology. And I hope that at least a few of you will become entrepreneurs in the space technology domain. The advantage I would tell is because in India this is not an established area of work. So those who have a very new idea, good idea, which can give a new service, better service, are going to make a mark in this domain of work. So that is why this year's theme of space and entrepreneurship is important, so that at this age, if you are all able to understand this, that there is a new domain of work where there is scope for making innovation and earn lot of money, because that is also important. No, earning lot of money is also important. So we have to do that. So that is the message we wanted to convey to you, that while you go through your school curriculum and college curriculum, please keep your eyes and ears open, not necessarily only for the space related technologies and work, any area of work, because what I would recommend to you is that please take all data in, everything what you come across, you take all the information in and try to connect the dots. Any information that comes to you is not going to be random. They will be random as long as you are not going to connect the dots. The moment you start connecting the dots, the random dots will become a beautiful picture. That is what is my recommendation to every one of you, my dear students, that you will come across a lot of information. Those who are able to connect those information and come out with something tangible, worthwhile doing, are the ones who are going to be successful, either as an entrepreneur or as an employee or a scientist or whatever be the role you take. It is not necessary that this trait is required only for a particular stream of work. This is the winning trait which allows anybody to excel in any chosen domain, that you be open to information and try to connect the information so that you get the bigger picture. So that is the second message I wanted to tell you. And to continuing on that first movers advantage, all of you know that Infosys is a huge company, isn't it? All of you know that. In India, it is a very, very big company. It is now employing lakhs of people. Why this happened? Because the founders of Infosys saw an opportunity very early. This is one of the earliest starters in the information technology domains, and they could sustain over this, that early period, because generally early period in business is going to be difficult. You may not get good business. People may not understand what you are offering as a service. But once you are sustaining that period, then you are seeing that it is one of the Infosys founding members, 5 people, they are one of the richest people in this country today. So please take that as the example for you. So anywhere, not necessarily only in the work, anywhere, those who do the things for the first time only will be remembered. Everybody remembers Neil Armstrong. Nobody remembers the next person, isn't it? Buzz Aldrin was there next, but nobody talks about Aldrin. Everybody talks about only Neil Armstrong. So always the first one is going to be only remembered all the time. So my recommendation to every one of you is that strive to be the first in whatever you do. Strive to be the best in whatever you do. There is a word called excellence in English. I do not know the exact translation of that word in different Indian languages, not even in my mother tongue. But that is the term I would like every one of you to strive for. Whatever we do, whether it is study, whether it is play, whether it is arts, singing, dancing, writing, doing work, whatever it is, in every domain what you are putting your hand in, strive to be the number one, strive for excellence. Because if you start doing every small thing what you do, every smallest work what you do, in an outstanding way, whatever work you do will become an outstanding work. So that is the sure shot method of how to become an outstanding person in all domains. Don't worry about what is that outstanding study or nothing. Whatever you do in the best possible way. Nobody should be able to do better than you. That should be the motto for us. If we start doing it, then naturally it will become second nature for you. That you will not be able to do any other way. You will be always doing the best. So, and you will become the best. So that is my next recommendation for you, that you be the best. And since we are talking about space domain, I also want to convey one more message, and with that I will close. I will not extend further. That message is that, have any of you have an idea how big is space? The space is so big that nobody will be able to really explain it. I will tell you one example. We are on Earth. Compared to the size of the Earth, that itself we are not able to comprehend how big Earth is. Earth is part of the solar system. Solar system, compared to the size of the solar system, Earth is very small. If you are looking at Earth from anywhere else in the solar system or at the edge of the solar system, Earth will not be even seen like a dot. And think about the solar system. What is the size of the solar system in the Milky Way galaxy? It is an insignificant star of the solar system, of the Milky Way galaxy. It is an average sized, not even in the center of the Milky Way, it is towards one edge, it is there. It is one such star, and around that star, these 8 planets are there. Now no longer 9 planets, only 8 planets are there. I hope you are aware of that, isn't it? So these 8 planets are there, and in that one of the planet, one small area country, there we are there. And think about the Milky Way. Milky Way itself is a very insignificant galaxy in the millions of galaxy that is there in the space. Space is so vast. So I can tell this, but still I am not able to even comprehend how big is the space. And as per theory, space is expanding every second, every moment, the size of space is becoming bigger and bigger. That is the theory. Now, what should it tell us? It tells us that as an individual, we are too small. So there is no place for ego, there is no place for anger, there is no place for vengeance. So that is what the lesson that should teach, space should teach every one of us. There is also another lesson from space. Even though the man is so tiny compared to the size of the space, the man's brain is so powerful, it is so capable that it is able to comprehend space and it is able to conquer space. It is able to make things which go from one place to other in space. We have started all this last 50, 60 years about space and all. Space is one example. Like that, there are any domain you take. We have electricity itself was discovered in less than 200 years, isn't it? Compared to the history of the solar system, these are all very, very short periods of time. So maybe another 1 million years, maybe we'll be able to go to other parts of the solar system, other parts of the Milky Way galaxy, or maybe go out of Milky Way galaxy. Possible, because human mind is so powerful. So that is the second message I want to give you. Even though man or humankind is a very, very insignificant species in the scheme of things in the space, but the brain, the mind of the human being is so powerful, there is nothing that cannot be done by a human being if man puts the mind to do it. So that is the second message I would like all of you to take in, that we should be mindful of our smallness, our insignificantness, but we should also be mindful of the power of our brain, which will allow us to do whatever you imagine you want to do. So that is the message I want to give you on this Valedictory Day of the 2023 World Space Week, and wish you all students a very, very great and shining career after your education. You finish the education, you people need to look at this not as a means of getting into employment. Education is not a means of getting into employment. Education is a means of preparing you to face the examination. And some of you may be worried about examinations, going to school, maybe later going to college, such a pain. But I will tell you, this is the most enjoyable time in anybody's life. School and college time is the most enjoyable time in anybody's life. Those people who are out of school and college, who have spent life beyond school and college few years, you ask them this question, they will readily agree to this. You know why is that reason? What is that reason? Because in schools and colleges, your curriculum is fixed. What is the lesson that the school is going to teach you is a fixed lesson known. Examinations happen as per timetable. Whereas after school and college, life gives you lessons every day. And all the lesson is out of syllabus. Okay, and the examination what you are going to get is surprise examination. When you will be tested for what, nobody knows. So this is the most enjoyable time of any human being's life, being a student, with the support of your parents and with the blessings of all your teachers. This is the most enjoyable time in anybody's life. Enjoy this life and prepare yourself to enjoy the life after that. If you prepare yourself well in this period, most of these life lessons and examinations will be easier to face. So that is the message I want to give and close today. Thank you very much for coming over here. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. As you rightly said, no matter how minuscule we are, having an open mind to learn, giving our 100% to any work, and a resilient approach is definitely going to get us wherever we want. May your words ignite the young minds, fill them with passion to dream more, and convert them into reality. Our next speaker, chief guest for the day, is a vibrant personality who is a veteran in the aeronautical industry. His dynamic personality, his technical mastery, as well as interpersonal skill makes him one of the most revered leaders at the helm of one of the country's top institute, Aeronautical Development Establishment, ADE. I invite Shri Milind Undale, Member Secretary, Program Subcommittee, World Space Week, to the podium to give us an introduction to our chief guest, Shri Y. Dilip.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is my pleasure to introduce our chief guest, who has graciously accepted our invitation to join us today for the valedictory function of World Space Week 2023. Shri Y. Dilip, an outstanding scientist, is a director of Aeronautical Development Establishment since January 2022. Shri Dilip joined DRDO in 1991. He started his career as a designer for quadruplex flight control system for LCA. He has worked in the field of real-time embedded system design and engineering of avionics systems for manned and unmanned aerial, with core specialization on high reliable and redundant architecture systems for safety critical embedded system designs. In his 30 years of service at ADE, he immensely contributed to projects and programs in various capacities and provided technical guidance and support for project teams of Rustum 1, Rustum 2, Nirbhaya, and many more. He led team towards design, development, flight-worthy certification of Lavcon Air Data Computer for LCA Mark 1, Mark 2, and LCA Navy. As a program director, he has significantly contributed towards micro air vehicle development in the country, led the design and development of scaled version of stealthy high-speed autonomous UAV, and completed taxi trials, which is now ready for flight, presently leading the development of flagship program, the futuristic unmanned combat aerial vehicle for the country. He is recipient of various awards and honors, few of them INAE Young Scientist Award, commendation by scientific advisor to Raksha Mantri on National Technology Day, Agni Award for Performance Excellence in Self-Reliance, DRDO Award for Performance Excellence for Rustum 2, and DRDO Scientist Award of the Year. With this brief introduction, I invite our distinguished chief guest to address the gathering. Sir.
Very good afternoon, good evening to all of you. Director, URSC, M. Shankaran, and my ex-colleague and with whom I worked almost 5 to 6 years, and Anjali alias Shankar, who is the controller here. She was our integrated financial advisor at DRDO in the Aero Cluster. And H.N. Suresh Kumar, who is the chairman of the organizing committee of the World Week, Space Week celebrations, which have been going on. To all the distinguished guests who are present, senior officers of the ISRO community, and most importantly, the student community. To all of you, my best wishes. I think you must have had a very, very jubilant 1 week celebrations. As we come today to this thing, in fact, when I was asked to give a talk, I was first wondering who are the listeners, who are the audience. And at first I thought I'll give a very detailed technical talk about some of the programs that we are doing, but then when I was told that it's the students, I have actually drafted it and sized it accordingly. So I'll do my best to put certain perspectives in place here. So first of all, before I get into the talk, it's indeed an honor for me to be here amidst all of you to share my thoughts on the World Speaks Week program. And my sincere thanks to the ISRO team and the organizers for giving me this opportunity. At the outset, first, I'd like to congratulate each and every one of the scientists and the staff of ISRO for a successful launch of mission Chandrayaan, making the country very proud. A big round of applause. Thank you. My dear students, see, the space and time are the two dimensions that have actually created enough interest in all scientific community, all across. If you go read the Einstein's theory of relativity, it talks about the space and time. It takes quite some time, first of all, to understand the theory of relativity, even for people with a very experienced domain to understand, because it talks about the motion of the observer who measures is actually what defines. Relativity is a very complex terminology, but some of you, as you grow and who have interest in space and time, should really actually read a bit on this. So I'll not actually go into the theme of the World Space Week program. You all are aware now. In the presidential address, Director URSC has really told who is an entrepreneur. In fact, he has given a practical example asking the students to say how many of you would like to be. Some of you were very willingly actually embracing to be the entrepreneurs. Now, what I would like to tell you is that the country has been going through several revolutions. If you want to really look at what is the relevance of today, the space technology has indeed paved way for the information technology, which is actually the last 2 decades, if you see, the vibrant technology which has connected the world and brought the entire world to our palm tops, our smartphones. The world is at the click of a button. And what made this, what made it possible? If you really look at it, it is the space technology, which in turn was an enabler for information technology. So the 2 decades, you're seeing the internet speeds rising to gigabits. Okay, with the smartphones, you're on a click of a button, you can reach anything that is possible, and whichever topic that you would like to get yourself educated on, it's all accessible to you. On this occasion, I would like the students to, first of all, it's good to recollect some of the initiatives of Honorable Prime Minister, who always said, if you want to make a progress in the country, in fact, as keywords all of us know, many speeches, many occasions, he said this, सबका साथ सबका विकास और सबका विश्वास और इसके लिए सबका प्रयास भी चाहिए. If you want to become an entrepreneur, also, उसके लिए प्रयास भी चाहिए. Okay, as I'm going to talk, I'm going to bring out as what is the role of the students in the Nava Bharat, that the vision of the Prime Minister, what role can you play? And why is it relevant and apt as a student community? Why is it that, be it ISRO or DRDO, we are doing an outreach programs, especially addressing the student community there is a fundamental reason for this. I'm going to share all this to you in a short while. In India today, if you take, we stand at an advantage in terms of the number of, let's say, if you take the average population, age of the population in the world, we have the best of the youth. You might want to really, Google it out and find out for yourself. What does it mean to us? So there's a term called demographic dividend, okay? So the very fact that we have a large youth, and if they are put in the right directions, okay, and when I say large youth, the country's progress, the future is dependent on the youth today, right? All of you students, you're going to define how the country is going to progress tomorrow. So there is a special focus. The simple fact that we do have a large youth and put them in the right channel and excite them, inspire them with ideas, and their creative minds and their innovative minds take the lead role, our country today, which stands as the 5th largest economy, and the vision of the Prime Minister is to take it to the 3rd economy very soon. And it's all possible to achieve. All you need is that all of us have to put our best efforts towards this. And the major part of the contribution is in the hands of the today's youth and especially the students. Now, I also wanted to share so what is our role? What is your role? We, having spent about 3 decades of, let's say, experience, we're that old, okay? And we are in the process of trying to mentor you, inspire you, by reading out some bit of achievements all of us have, gone through the struggles in the life. And I just want to very quickly, though not, personification of what I have achieved. As a student, when I started my journey, when I completed my engineering and joined the DRDO, we were at a time when the country did not have our own combat aircraft. So I had the good opportunity, joined the program. It was exactly at the right time. And when the joint development activity was going on with BAE Systems then, very opportunistic to be there at the right time, right place, and worked alongside. It was in 91, 97, we had sanctions. I don't know how many of you are aware that when the sanctions imposed, we did not even have the first flight of LCA by then. And that there was a challenge thrown to the scientific community. Can we rise to the occasion that the partners halfway leaving you and going out, could you actually complete the development activities, design development activities, and go and fly this, the most complex thing at that time? Fly-by-wire flight control system technology wasn't even heard about during that time. So it was the first time the country ventured into doing this. And believe me that the challenge was well taken. A team of scientists, very, very seniors, and I was also one among the teams. We could achieve it, and 2001 was the first flight. There was no looking back from there today. I'd like to tell you, my dear students, in 3 decades of an era which was not all that vibrant, if some of us can join together and produce the kind of achievements that you have seen the ISRO scientists today, the accomplishments, I'm sure you would have had wonderful video presentations of what the Department of Space has achieved, making all of us proud. So is true for the aerospace community. Today, we have a fleet of aircrafts, 80 of them, 83 in the pipeline, 2 squadrons are well established. My designs, our designs, are actually flying high. It means not a simple feeling. The point is, you'll be very, very happy to see the systems that you designed are flying high. If that's what we could do when the technology was not in an axis, not in the pace it is today, I know what these young minds, who are actually a generation ahead of us, with better equipped with the technology, Of course, this generation kids are much smarter than all of us. I have no hesitation admitting this. So there's a whole lot of opportunity in front of all of you. Okay, and in the 3 decades of this kind of a work that we have done today, the country has the complete processes, engineering skills, and there are several aerospace programs of the manned aircrafts in the pipeline, be it the Mark 1, Mark 1A, LCA Mark 1A, Tejas, what you actually all, are aware of, the Mark 2, the Advanced Medium Combat Aircraft Program, the twin-engine deck-based fighter, TED-BF. All of this are in a very advanced stage of development. All are going to be a reality very soon. So, my appeal to the students, in fact, there were in the presidential address, director has very clearly said that you have a very innovative minds and you must take the lead in trying to accomplish whatever you target for. Now, much in line with what he said, I just want to tell in the similar lines, each one of us are unique, right? You agree with me? If Sachin Tendulkar wasn't a cricketer, I was actually probably doing a science and like what I'm doing today, or even if I was playing cricket, it would have done disasters, correct? So we have to do a talent search. What are we good at? What's my passion? Don't just pick up just because mom said or a teacher said that you are good at and things like that. You have to do a talent search, pick up a topic of your interest. This is exactly what the director, the presidential address, was sharing with the students. There's ample opportunity for each one of us in every domain that you want to excel on. In fact, to put it in the analogy to what he was explaining, the space is so much that each one of us has a place in the world, space in the world. There is no need to compete. There is no reason for competitions. We have to complement each other's skills and we lead by example. The entrepreneurship, the true motto is lead by example. You don't want to be slave working with somebody else. Today, look at most of the institutes, the best of the institutes, like say IIMs, the students who come out, how many of them take up the job that is offered by somebody? Nobody. They want to be creative in their own way. So, and that is what we should all aim at. Don't settle down for just jobs which earn you the salaries. We must pursue our passion. Now, I'm sure, I'll tell you, you also are at a definite advantage today as compared to some of us where getting into a job was almost like a need of our at that time. We weren't actually, though of course some of us could settle down in the choice of our career, it was not an opportunity for all of us. But today, it's quite different. Your parents are well educated. In fact, we have sparingly one kid for the family. In fact, there are hardly any family where 2 kids are there. So they can afford more. They can afford to educate you. And so all the more reason that you must pursue your passion and take it to a stage where, you become a leader, you become an entrepreneur, and take the country to the next level. Coming to, in fact, I also thought actually, I must give you some insight into what we do at ADE. In part of this thing I've already addressed you, Aeronautical Development Establishment primarily works on manned aircraft flight control systems, unmanned aerial vehicles, unmanned combat aerial vehicles, cruise missiles, and several of other products like the targets. We are all into all this. And we have made a significant progress in many of the things. If you see, okay, what are the career opportunity for all of you? In what we were actually in the last time in one of the conferences when we were all doing a panel discussion, there's a huge opportunity. This country, if you see drone business, drones are, if you browse it on this thing and see what the drone does, okay, it's defined as the dull, dirty, dangerous missions are all done by the drones today. And it is the drone, which is also called as an unmanned aerial vehicles, is our domain specialization. Though, of course, we don't actually deal with the commercial segment of the drones. We concentrate on military drones. Now, the drone business is going to be a huge opportunity for all of you You might have seen the drones today out there practically in every aspect of a human life. Right from entertainment to all commercial applications, the videography, low intensity applications. In fact, in disaster management, I don't know how many of you have seen the drones doing the flood relief operations in Uttarakhand when nobody else could reach. That's the time the unmanned aerial vehicle actually could be sending in some parcels and reaching people in remote places. So there are several things. Coming to the military drones, we work actually primarily being in DRDO. Our product portfolio is primarily targeted to the tri-services. So there are several categories. Probably the time is too short for me to really talk about a big lecture on unmanned aerial vehicles. But my simple message to all of you is that like in space, aerospace is a wonderful world of opportunities. And more so, like I just now said, we are actually through the information technology era where everything in the world is changing. So is true for the artificial intelligence. I want some of your students who are actually interested in artificial intelligence. It's going to be, there's going to be $1 billion business of drones. This is not my words. It is actually what collectively has come out with the predictions that we're going to have a huge business. And there's ample opportunity for all of us to be engaging ourselves into this kind of a business, both in the commercial and the military segment. And the country is looking forward for all of this, right? And artificial intelligence is a predominant subject that the students who are interested in pursuing as a career must pay attention to and try to pursue your skills into this. And I had a good opportunity also. We did some flying competitions when I was the program director of micro air vehicles, where we did an outreach program. We had almost 30 institutes, all the IITs, IIScs. We are given several projects and programs to all of them. And we did a flying competition. We could see that the best of the products, the micro air vehicles, were designed by the students of IITs and IISc. And out of the competitions, they could actually win several of them. So in a nutshell, what I would like to tell you is there are ample opportunities, and you must be open to be taking the leadership role. And the ultimate message is don't compromise on what you want to be. You lead by an example, pursue your passion, do a talent search. Maybe you need a little bit of help from your parents to find out also as to what you're good at. Pursue your passion. The world is at your command. All the best to all of you. Jai Hind.
Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve. As you rightly said, sir, it doesn't matter what you have. What matters is what you are ready to do. Thank you very much, sir, for your inspiring talk. I'm sure you would have sparked a few minds now. As a token of our collective appreciation, I request Director URSC to kindly hand over a memento to our chief guest. I request Sri Balaji and Sri Prasad to assist. Every day is a new adventure waiting to be explored. To ignite young minds and trigger them to think beyond, we had organized a demo of Upagraha ham and quiz in the morning as part of our concluding ceremonies here. I'm sure you enjoyed the session. The best part of a competition is that through it, we discover what we are capable of and how much more we can actually do than we ever believed was possible. And yes, finally, we are nearing the segment of today's event, and I'm sure it's the most awaited by the students. Can anyone tell me what it is? Yes, the declaration of winners of the quiz. I request Srimati Suman Walke, President Upagraha Ham Radio Club, to announce the winners. I request before moving to the winner's declaration, I'm so sorry, I'll just take 1 minute. We have a special memento to our chief guest. It's a Chandrayaan 3 memento. I request Director URSC to kindly present it and Sri Prasad sir to assist. May I request Srimati Suman Walke to announce the winners. I request Controller Srimati Anjali Ellis Shankar to present the prizes to the winners.
Respected dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, teachers, students, and fellow URAsians. Greetings to all on the occasion of World Space Week. This morning we had a session on amateur radio and how to track space objects and satellites. We were able to track NOAA 19 and NOAA 18 weather satellites and were also successful in downloading the weather images transmitted by these satellites. We also had a quiz competition and the much awaited results will be announced now. I request Controller Madam to give away the prizes. Request all the prize winners to come over from this side of the stage, collect the prizes and be waiting on the other side. We'll have a final photograph also. The first prize goes to Vinay B. Matalada Dini, Class 8, BIPS Bagalkot. The second prize goes to Praneeth Bhatt, Class 9, Jyoti Kendriya Vidyalaya, Bengaluru. The third prize goes to Kushal A, Class 10, BIPS Bagalkot. We have two consolation prizes. The first consolation prize goes to Abhirama Nadiga, Class 9, Jyoti Kendriya. The second consolation prize goes to Shreya MS, Class 10, BIPS Bagalkot. Thank you, madam. I request all the prize winners to come over for a photograph. Sir. Thank you. I wish to thank the members of the Upagra Amateur Radio Club who were part of this morning session. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, ma'am. A big kudos to all winners and all the participants. Remember, it's not about winning, it is about participating and having fun and learning through it. It takes immense effort, conviction, and drive to conduct an event at its grandeur. I invite Team Leader, Program Subcommittee of World Space Week, Shri K.V. Muralidhara, to propose vote of thanks to the seen and unseen hands behind the stage in enabling its smooth conduct.
Good afternoon. So we are coming to the end of this valedictory function. World Space Week 2023 celebrations, it rolled out in September month, the able guidance of Sri Suresh Kumar sir, and the main requirement of this program is to reach to the students. So when this work of responsibility of giving vote of thanks, I was just thinking how to do it. So I thought, anyway, students are here, we are there for students. So I seek your help, because I may miss some people, because lot of activities we had and lot of outreach programs, so I may miss. I thought not to miss anybody, the best way to not to miss. Please give big round of applause to all who have directly and indirectly supported this activity, not only here, at 8 locations in Karnataka. For this valedictory function, our chief guest, when myself, Dr. Arvind Kumar, we went to invite him. So he was telling about the space and aerospace, the relations, and how exactly the entrepreneurship works in space as well as aerospace. So today he himself explained to us how exactly this space and aerospace, they are so close, but at the same time we are not able to fully understand each other. So the way the space entrepreneurship and the aerospace entrepreneurship, how exactly it has to be accepted and involved by the young minds is being explained by our chief guest. I am very happy and extremely happy to give vote of thanks to you, sir, for coming all the way in spite of his busy schedule and gracing the occasion. Thank you. In presidential address, our director was mentioning the random dots, how to join, how to make it as a beautiful picture. So it's all for students, how to take up this entrepreneurship and how to move forward in the space sector. So thank you, sir, for giving the excellent guidance and support to the entire World Space Week activities. Our World Space Week Celebration Committee, Apex Committee Chairman Suresh Kumar sir, right from the day one till today, he has been instructing us, guiding us, supporting us, and giving timely instruction not to miss anything. Thank you very much, sir, for all the support. And I want to just substantiate one point, that deploying the 4 teams to 8 places in Karnataka, spread over the Karnataka, and doing the outreach program and getting all of them back safely, the items as well as people, is also a tedious task. Excellent work done, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Our controller, madam, both on inaugural time as well as the valedictory, when we invited, she gleefully accepted. And madam, I would like to just tell one point, that this World Space Week activity, when we wanted to do, in a grand manner. We had to take the support of all administrative, purchase, transport. So all of them, timely they have helped us and given the support. So that's how this entire video you would have seen how exactly all these activities went on. Thank you, madam, for gracing the occasion as well as distributing the prizes. Srimati Suman Walke, madam, both on inaugural day as well as today, she and her team did excellent job of live demonstration of tracking satellites. It's not an easy task. Without any hiccups, she could accomplish this work of explaining this to the students and creating a sort of curiosity how exactly this can be done so easily. Thank you, madam, and your team for doing this and also doing the excellent space quiz. I had the opportunity of seeing a glimpse of it. The questions, I also did Space Week in World Space Week outreach program. So I had taken 1 or 2 questions from her Space Week also. So 4 teams, I would like to mention the lead engineers, Sri Rajendra, Sri Jaisimha, Sri Raghavendra Kulkarni and Sri Shamrao. So these 4 teams have visited 8 places in Karnataka and did the outreach program. Already videos you would have seen how exactly it went on and the glimpses of those activities. Excellent work done by the entire team. Congratulations and thank you all for completing this daunting task. Quiz on Air program. It's a unique program conducted by URSC in as part of the World Space Week celebrations. Sri Shankara A led the team. It happened in the FM Rainbow 101.3 megahertz during this 4 to 10 October a week program. Started with our directors a sort of introduction to this space and entrepreneurship. On behalf of organizing committee, I would like to extend thanks to Sri Shankara A and his team for arranging this popular quiz on air program. It was well received by the listeners. Without the support of PPG, it is impossible to do this World Space Week celebrations in this grand manner. DD Misa and his team has supported time to time, and whatever we wanted in the form of the pamphlets or the exhibitions or the other related support, they have extended on timely manner. Thanks to you, sir, and all the PPG members. You have already seen the excellent video done by the audiovisual team, and from the day 1 till today, the publicizing of all the space World Space Week celebration activities, pamphlets, collages, visuals, and video clippings. We had many video clippings which we have shown in all the outreach programs. Thanks to Sriyala madam and her team for doing this excellent job. World Space Week celebration is actually not second in administration activities and purchase activities. So administration team as well as purchase team has helped us in deploying the space exhibition items safely to the 8 locations and getting it back on time. So thanks to purchase and stores team for giving the excellent support for doing this activity. A big thanks to URSCians, URSC council members and all my colleagues for directly and indirectly supporting the World Space Week activity. Last but not the least, I have immense pleasure in thanking students from different schools and their accompanying teachers. Special thanks to you one and all for joining this function and making this a grand event. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Space and entrepreneurship is such an apt theme for this year. More so relevant in the Indian context, with our coveted success of Chandrayaan-3 and Indian space policies shaping up, the space boom in Indian market is just about to start. The only thing you need to believe is that your dreams don't have an expiration date. Chase them with passion, fuel them, keep them glowing, nurture and feed them by giving yourself into it. I hope to see some of these young faces in the Forbes list as world's top influential CEOs very soon. As we conclude the valedictory event of World Space Week here, I thank each and every one of you for joining us today in making this event a huge success. Before we bid adieu today, I have some special announcements. Please wait here after the event. High tea will be served to all. And for the students, there are some space goodies which are already given to your teachers. It's a paper model of Aditya L1 which you can make. You can collect it from your teachers later. Thank you and have a great day. Audience are